Aguero is easily one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time, hands down. For me, in my opinion, it goes Shearer, then Aguero. Did Aguero truly fulfill his potential at Man City?
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Truth. I think that truth is something that we should always have in life. And I'm one of those guys that whenever people, let's say like a guy retires or a guy comes forth and so forth, many people want to start off by saying positive comments. Look at all the good things that the player did. Let's focus on the positives, which I think it's fair. But I'm a truth merchant. And I think that with what has happened with Aguero now, I wanted to put out this video to say, let's have an honest discussion and an honest dialogue about Sergio Aguero's career for Manchester City. Because I think that we just have to. And I think my thing about this is that if you're a City fan and you just want to hear positive things because of what this player means to you, I will fully understand if you don't view this video. I'll fully understand if you dislike this video. It is what it is, So, but I would say, just don't watch this video. If you're a City fan who that goal meant so much to you, the goals meant so much to him, he meant so much to you, this isn't the video for you because look, see, this is a football analysis channel. As a football analysis channel, I feel that my duty and my responsibility is to tell the footballing truth. However ugly it may be, is to tell the footballing truth. Like, I'm not here to be like, oh no, let's just focus on the positive and keep guys happy. No, I'm here like, what is the footballing truth here? I'm going to tell you what is. Okay? My slogan is that I don't tell you what you'd like to hear, I tell you what you need to hear. So, let's start with the positives. Aguero is easily one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time, hands down. For me, in my opinion, it goes Shearer, then Aguero. Henry, for me, was more of a complete player. Henry is the best player that has ever played in the Premier League, hands down. I don't care. English, non-English, is the best player, the greatest player to have ever played in the Premier League. There's never been a player better than Henry. But focus on the art of striking, the art of goal scoring consistency, importance of goals, when you score. Aguero has been amazing because when you just look at the kinds of goals he has scored, when he has scored the goals, the way that he's put them away, this guy was a ruthless striker, absolutely amazingly, incredibly ruthless. And I actually still feel and believe that he could still actually do a job for Man City this season. I still think so. I still think he can definitely do something. We can't look past what he did against QPR last day of the season. That is the most iconic goal in Premier League history. That is one of the most iconic goals in football history. I can't think of another time when somebody scored a goal in the very last minutes, on the very last day of the season, in the last match of the season, and that goal led to them winning the title. So that in itself is amazing, and you can never take that away from Aguero. So you look at City's greatest players. Go look at Yaya Toure. Go look at Kompany. Go look at David Silva. Go look at Aguero. Putting everything into account, because you have to take in longevity as also. I think he's been here for 10 years or so. You can make an argument that Aguero might be City's greatest ever player. You might make the arguments. If I'm looking at Aguero, Yaya Toure, and David Silva, and say, what did these players give to Man City? And you even bring in a Kompany. I've got to go with, I might just go with Aguero. In terms of the goals he has scored, the importance of those goals. And here's the thing. There was a period where you could argue that Aguero is one of the best strikers in the world. And we'll get there. Okay, I told you, I'm giving you the freaking truth, bro. I'm sorry, I have to give you the truth. But there was a point where Aguero at this best, like, no, this guy should be world class. This guy has to be one of the best strikers out there. I don't think there was ever a point where people were making an argument for David Silva being one of the best midfielders in the world. Yaya Toure, you could have made that argument for 2 seasons. You could have made that argument, but I don't know. Kompany, he was never in the argument as one of the best defenders in the world. But Aguero, you could make that argument. So A statue needs to be built, which I think is happening. 100%, he needs to build a freaking statue for the guy. It's fully deserved. And he has been superb and amazing. Now, who knows what could happen in the future? They may be able to get a striker that is better than him. They may be able to get somebody that can maybe take City to the next level, but it's going to be very hard to replace him. Because, I still believe in Jesus. I feel Jesus is a quality player, but Jesus ends replacing Sergio Aguero. So we've settled that. Amazing player, has put down an incredible legacy, not only in Man City, but a superb legacy also in the Premier League. And in my opinion, he is the second greatest striker in Premier League history after Alan Shearer. Remember, Henry, greatest player in Premier League history. Did Aguero truly fulfill his potential at Man City? We have to ask that question. Because it's over now. It's ended. Now, who knows what he could do in the sale? Who knows how he could still be involved in the sale? Because, that could be... Actually, let me save that. But let's just deal with this first. Did he fulfill his potential? Because I remember Aguero from Atletico Madrid and how guys are talking about, oh no, this dude. And I was like, oh my gosh. Aguero with Messi, Higuain, Di Maria, Argentina are going to eat. These guys are going to eat. These guys are going to eat Copa Americas, and they have to win a World Cup. I say, Aguero, this kind of striker with Messi, and Messi is supplying this dude. Oh, Copa is easy, and a World Cup can definitely be done. And you would think a guy of this talent, of this incredible finishing that we've seen from him, would at least help City to win CL. Guys, are we going to be real or not? Are we just going to sugarcoat things? Are we just going to hide behind things and be like, oh no, Paul, it doesn't matter? No. For someone that's good, of that quality, I expected you to do more for Man City in Europe. The Champions League for me, that's the stainless test. That is the greatest test you'll ever have in club football because it's called the Champions League. It is the best of the very best. So I judge you based on who you play, based on your position. I judge you based on the competition you're in. So hands down, Premier League legend and so forth. But it's different if you say what's up in the CL. It's different. So, because this is really a Man City thing and a club thing, because I can get in on Aguero internationally, who you have flopped major. And the reason why I say flop is like, for instance, Nyong can't flop because Nyong is trash. Timo Werner can't flop because Timo Werner is trash. But why Aguero you flop is because I know how good you are. I know your quality. So it's frustrating and even more disappointing to see that in Copa America editions, at the World Cup, you couldn't be found. I mean, I think he scored like maybe one World Cup goal or something. The one against Iceland, and that's it. So, but you focus on Man City and you say to yourselves that, okay, top scorer, scored loads of goals, helped them to a few league titles. What did he do in the Champions League? And now, for some Man City fans, they don't really give a damn. And here's the thing, as I said, City fans, this is a football talk. This isn't a fanboy club mission talk. This is a football talk, because if you're a City fan, you don't give a damn. And I can understand it. From a City fan's point of view, he scored the goal that denied Man United to not only win the title on the last day, punking Fergie, but gave us the title instead of them. So for a City fan, Aguero is unmatched. So I get it. But this is football talk. I'm not a Man City fan. Okay, I'm a football guy. And as great as I was, and as amazing as I was, and as much as he deserves a statue, he deserves a free meal in any restaurants around the Manchester City area. What happened to you in Europe? What happened to you in the Champions League? Sterling was on his way to a hat-trick. Why didn't you help him out in that game against Tottenham? Where have you been? Where have you been when Pep has needed you? Where have you been from saving Pep from the famous lap streams? Where were you? So I asked the question. Aguero, based on how good he was, based on his quality, did he fulfill his potential? What's his potential? The Premier League. Yeah. Oh, start party, doing the whole thing in the Premier League. Boom. Okay. But I feel that I have a pretty good gauge and assessment of a player. And I feel that he was better than just being an amazing Premier League striker. I feel that, no, this guy, we should have discussed Aguero in the same breath as Lewandowski, Benzema, Cannibal. Whenever we talk about the strikers of the decade, we always name those three: the Cannibal, the Polish Nuke, and Big Benz. We never mention Aguero. And why don't we ever mention Aguero? Why is Aguero never in the conversation? Because his proficiency and quality has only been in the Premier League. And he can't use the excuse of, oh, the team I play for, because you play for Man City, a team that has the money to get players on, oh yeah, by the way, you've got a Pep Guardiola. So you have all the tools at your disposal for you to get into the arguments for striker of the decade. But it is. So, oh yeah, and this is it. He's leaving this summer. He's leaving this summer. City got a game against Dortmund. Expect them to beat them. Then they're gonna huge one against either PSG or Bayern Munich. It would be a superb story, an amazing story if somehow, some way, Aguero helps Man City to win their first championship title. That would be the perfect footnote. And if he does, I'll come back and revisit this conversation. But because the City story hasn't ended yet. We know it's ending. It's ended this summer, but it's not ended yet. The league is done. Right? Aguero, don't leave this club without saying something in Europe. And I think that it would do wonders for your legacy if your very last actions gives this club a Champions League. Like that vid, subscribe. Become a Patreon member. Gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.